Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. It's Tracy here, and this is another open with me, and it's for a crochet magazine, so let's get in. I can't tell which one it is without turning it over, and there's just a paper on the other side. So while I'm getting this out, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and hopefully you'll be informed when new videos pop up. So let's get rid of that. And we've got the latest Crochet Now. And we've got a free gift of a pattern book inside. And there might be something else. There's another book at the back. Okay, so let's have a look and see what it says first, shall we? Bumper Summer Pack. Plus official Wallace and Gromit pattern. 4-in-1. The UK's #1 crochet magazine. 2 exclusive pattern books and a Wallace and Gromit pattern. So that's the 4 things. 58 patterns that you'll love. King Cole yarn pack for every reader. Well, let's see then, shall we? Let's get in. Oh, don't know my own strength sometimes. Okay. And we'll put the free gifts aside for now and concentrate on the actual magazine. Okie dokie. So we've got stylish accessories. We've got some Pokemon bits. Simple stash busting headband from Bella Coco. I'm sorry, but how much of a headband will bust your stash? So, like a blanket might be a stash buster, but a headband, you'd have to have a really big head, wouldn't you? Anyway, just saying. Cute makes for kids. Free yarn pack for every reader when you subscribe. So it's not for every reader, is it? You have to subscribe. We've got a brand new crochet along. Well, that's busy. And we've got amazing amigurumi of Wallace and Gromit. And We Love Colour. Quick and easy motifs. Must blank blanket. Oh, goodness gracious. Must make blankets. Creative designs for your home. And this looks quite snazzy, although it's not very long. Let's get in and have a little looky at what we can find. Okay. So this looks pretty. This is King Cole Rooms with a View crochet along blanket. It's got that kind of Middle Eastern or stained glass window kind of vibe going on. Very pretty. Okay. And as I've been phasing out King Cole yarns from my website, I've not really been up on their new stuff. It's only because I've got so much of it, and I want to make space. So I'm kind of phasing it out from hobbyrocks.co.uk. So if you might find there are some real King Cole special offers, as much as other special offers are still valid, the ones that I've been mentioning before, like the t-shirt yarn and the Nordic, that's all still really low, and the voucher's still valid, the £5 voucher that you'll find underneath this video, in a link to the shop and the voucher code that you can cut and paste. So we've got a shawl called Sherbet Lemon. Can't imagine that it's this. Doesn't look very lemon. Stripes and ladders blanket. Cotton sorbet sweater. Maybe this one. Well, let's not read them all. We've got a troll, foldy roll. We've got a bag that looks like a cassette player and cassette. And we've got a star blanket and a smiley on the back. I don't know if there's anything on the front. We'll find out, I guess. Okay, so what's new? 3 in the Breeze. What's this? These are the yarns, patterns, books and tidbits of woolly wonder that will make your month. So you've got Tiny Happy People, crochet your very own mini-me with Knit Crafts Tiny Friends. Wow, you want to crochet a mini-me? Okay, so what we got? In Your Element. See the complete range on page 73, so we'll wait for that one. New yarn alert. What's this one? We have yeah, well, you might. I don't. Cartopu. See, now I only know Caratopu, so that really confused me. Cartopu. Okay, not Caratopu. Anyway, we'll move on. Yeah, and we got that blanket. Boost your stash here with the clover stockist you got. Well, let's just move on. I think that's for the best, don't you? With these. Okay, show us your makes bit. I don't know if you like those sort of pages. Do you like those pages? Seeing what other people have made and sent in. Signet sponsor that, so whatever you get for doing it, you get you will win 3 balls of Signet yarn by sending in your picture. So this is the sherbet lemon. Well, I don't know why, because it doesn't look anything like sherbet lemons, does it? It's blue, pink and mustard. But never mind. This is by Charlotte Vassar. And it's a pointy shawl, if you're into your pointy shawls. And that's what it looks like. And that was just an advert. Stripes and Ladders blanket. So it's got the Jacob's ladder going up the sides. I did do something with the Jacob's ladder once, but with different colours following it up. And I was going to do it, but the yarn I chose did not really lend itself to it very well. So, yeah, didn't do it. So this is, it's easier than it looks to do the Jacob's ladder. And this is a Shannon Jade Highlands design. Okay, what's this? Crochet Fashion Week. Did you ever hear such a thing? Okay, Crochet Fashion Week. A fashion show wholly devoted to crochet and designers. Sign us up. We spoke with the CFO of CFW, whose name was Delta Perryman, which still is, all about the marvellous event. Well, I never heard of it, did you? Oh well. I guess you've got to be one of the designers they really want to feature in their magazines to be considered a proper designer. Maybe I'm not proper. Incidentally, I have a new tutorial that's just gone up for some placemats, which are not as straightforward as just making a flat circle. So if you haven't seen that already, now I've got to let you know, and I did put a little note on my wall that at the moment I have no internet and it's very hard for me to upload. But the left-handed version will come up when my internet's sorted out. So that would be too difficult. So I have to download and re-upload and stuff. So yeah, I will do one for those of you who want to know, but it won't be until I've got proper interweb back. Anyway, this is the cotton sorbet sweater by Lindy Zuberi. I hope they don't mind the way I pronounce their names. You know, I'm not pretending that I'm going to be good at it all. This goes from an extra small to a 5XL. Well, if you get a 5XL, it's going to be as wide, well, probably wider than long. So I think I'd have to make this longer anyway to cover the multitude of sins around my stomach area. And I'd like make the arms a bit shorter so that they don't go down to my cuff. So otherwise I'd redesign the whole thing. But it does look nice. Looks like a simple V-stitch thing though, doesn't it? So not difficult. Good Luck Troll Doll. Do you remember trolls? They were all the rage when I was a child. Everybody had a troll for good luck. I don't know why they were good luck, because they weren't, apparently lived under bridges and they weren't nice to know, but you always had good luck trolls, didn't you? Anyway, Lucy Anwar made this here good luck troll. I like its little belly button. It's quite sweet. And there's its back. Just adverts that side. Whoa. We love the 90s motifs. Well, my son was a big fan of the smiley. So, you know, had I thought of making him crocheted smileys, I probably would have had to have attached them to most of his things. But yeah, these are quite cute though, aren't they? I like these two, but not so much them. But you know, each to his own. That will look nice on a little girl's backpack or something. But there's 4 of them. Obviously, all didn't credit Natasha Emerson. So there they are again in their finery, and a bit of an advert on that page. So we've got the Wallace and Gromit toys. Now these are always a big hit, aren't they? This is from The Wrong Trousers with Feathers McGrew. Loved that. The same son who loved the Smileys that's Paul. He's my eldest. He was crazy about Wallace and Gromit. But then Mike liked, my youngest one, he liked Wallace and Gromit as well. Paul was the total Wallace and Gromit nut. Okay, subscribe to Crochet Now, and you can get the yarn to make this here crochet along. 11 balls to be exact. And that's how you do it there. If you want to, you can do it with this code or this number. There's the code. Just saying, if you want. Okay, so the front of this does have little smileys. Smile High Kids Cardie by Lauren Willis. There she is. So that's quite sweet, isn't it? I like that. I do like that one. It's parody, and I like the back. I do. More adverts. So Bella Cook, sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but it was just what I remembered about the stash busting headband. So yeah, Bella Coco's crochet. I hate saying this. Crochet Chronicles. And there it is. This is the stash busting headband. They'd only bust my stash if I made about 50,000 of them. But I don't think I'd really want to make 50,000 of them. But you know, I've made lots of those in my time. I'm sure you have. Bare-faced cushion. So we've got a bare face on this motif. I'm not sure about the nose though. I can only just see that it's got a bare face. If I hadn't have read that it said bare face, I would have just thought it was a square. Okay, moving along. Oh, who did this one? Sorry to Veronica Cromwell. Did you see her? Yes, you did. Crochet along. This is called Reflections. And these, I like the kind of colours, I guess. They're nice and rainbowy, but a bit busy for me. I think I'd like some plain ones in there. Break it up and it would set it off, make it pop a bit more, I think. But you can always make some plain ones. You don't have to just leave out the ones you don't like, really, couldn't you? And just make them plain. Anyway, this was done by Caroline Warren. There she is. And there we go. Got some charts and stuff. Ziggy bed socks. Looks like boots, don't they, really? They wouldn't stay on my feet. I think they're a bit big for this model, to be honest with you. You can tell. But they wouldn't stay on my feet in the night. I'm one of these people that cycle in their sleep, you know, like move my legs around a lot. Not necessarily cycle, but you know what I mean. I move about too much for that. Okay, so this is the book club, and this is where the Pokemon comes in, obviously. We can't wait to crochet even more amazing amigurumi with Pokemon Crochet Volume 2 by Lee Sartori. It will set you back £14.99, and that's what it looked like. So if you're into your Pokemon, now years ago when it's really kind of cute, there's an excerpt from it. Growlithe. I don't know much about Pokemon, but Gemma, that's Mike's missus, she was crazy about Pokemon, and at the time she had Tyler, she was off collecting Pokemons from Pokemon Go. So when Tyler was born, I made him a nappy, which is called a diaper across the pond, a diaper cover with a Pokemon ball on it, mittens, hat, and one of those sleepy cozies, you know, cocoon. All Pokemon Go, all red. And yeah, so we had that when he was tiny. The 90s mixtape bag. So yeah, have you heard that all of the tapes that we all got rid of at car boot sales for like 10p a time or 20p are now worth money? Go figure. You know, those stretchy things that used to warp and get chewed up in your machine are now sought after, and so are the tape machines. So I do believe I've got a tape machine in my stereo. I might be wrong, but I think I have. But I don't have any tapes left, and I used to have lots that my pen friend sent me from America, so I had lots and lots of them. But now, you know, just like vinyls came back, so have the tapes, and you can thank Guardians of the Galaxy really for making that come back. But yeah, this is the instructions and chart for it. We've got Zoe Pottrack is the one. They're always the same people, aren't they, in these magazines? They don't kind of give it out to the rest of us designers and say, hey, why don't you come up with something and we'll feature you? But no, it's always the same ones. So this is Daisy Chain. Use the quick pattern to create adorable daisies that can be chained just like the real ones. So you can make yourself a daisy chain. Then you can make a headband. Stitch markers might be nice. Oh, we've got a wreath. Song of Summer by Zoe Pottrack. You know, I'm not really keen on things like this, but only at Christmas. But you know, some people like them. This is the freebie bit, which I never send off for. Reach for the Stars blanket bag. That's enormous. It's enormous. How can that be a bag? This is by Lauren Willis. A blanket that doubles as a bag. What a perfect addition to your picnic collection. I'm not really sure how you'll use it as a bag, but I'll take their word for it. It's just got this massive drawstring. There you go. That's what it looks like when it's being a bag. I see, but things might stick out and poke out. West Yorkshire spinners in our element. So this, take a look at the delicious new capsule crochet collection from Cassie Ward using West Yorkshire Spinners Elements DK. So this is just to take a look at. You can't, you know, I haven't got it in here, so we'll move on. Nordic socks. So this sweet pair of baby socks is actually sized up for toddlers and would make a great stash busting gift for lovers. And not bust my stash. Possibly bust it a little bit more than Bella Coco's headband, but it certainly wouldn't bust much in the way of a stash, would it? You'd have to make them for a giant to bust your stash. But you know, I think that they just put the word stash busting in front of things to make us like eye-catching, personally. Anyway, these are the standard abbreviations that you get in the back of all of them all the time. Next issue, we've got some Bagpuss stuff. I do love a Bagpuss. And look at, they've got a free hook with Bagpuss and a stitch marker. So it's safe to say that this might not get put in orders, because I do put my gifts in orders and just send them off around the world when people order. But it's possible someone might get the hook, but I don't think anyone will get that. They won't get the stitch marker because it's Bagpuss, and I love the Bagpuss. There's two actually. Anyway, moving on. In the next issue, we've got a tank top, we've got a bag, we've got a scooter, and a blanket. So, King Cole blanket pack when you subscribe to make the blanket, obviously. Okie dokie. So what's this? We sat down with the wonderful designer Victoria Tyser for a crochet catch-up. Now, I've never heard of her either. I knew you was going to say that, so I said it for you. So that's the book. Now we've got the first of our free gifts. Vintage Sweethearts Blanket. 14 granny squares to make inside. Everything you need to crochet this amazing blanket by Sandra Cherryheart. So this whole book is all of these different squares to make this blanket. So rather than do it as a crochet along, they've done it as a book, which is pretty cool. And of course, you can just do what you want, really. Once you've got the pattern to make any of these squares, you could just use that one if you wanted. But you know, these are traditional squares really. So you've got a granny square, you've got a V-stitch square. Nothing that's kind of going to reinvent the wheel, I don't think. Speaking of wheel, you've got one that's got a wheel. But yeah, they're kind of got a flowery one there. It's nothing that you can't sort of get many places if you want to put your own one together. There's loads of them on YouTube and everywhere else. This is just showing you how to put them all together to copy her blanket pattern. Absolutely. But you know, it's nice gift. I like that. That's quite a nice little gift. Even if it was just a book of squares, I would like it. But she has put it together in a blanket. And then there's a bit about the border, how to do the border, and there it is. That's what it looks like in its kind of busy glory. So that's one gift. Tell me what you think of the magazine and the gift, and we'll have a little look at this one. Now this is TL Yarn Crafts. 8 stylish designs exclusive to Crochet Now. So we've got a blanket that's kind of like 4 corners inwards. We've got a bucket hat with a wavy brim. And we've got a cardie and a shawl there. So let's have a look and see what else we can see. They do this kind of artistic stuff, don't they, for photography purposes. Just looks screwed up when I do it, guys. I don't know, maybe I just lack that artistic flair in my, you know, show and tell type thing. So we've got these, which I want to say kind of pot stands or something. It might not be, don't hold me to it. This is that blanket, and we've got well, looks like it might be a shrug or a wrap that's tucked in, I don't know. We've got a shawl, the cardigan, the hat, a bit of a top that I can't work out the bottom if it's just kind of rucked up or not. A cowl, that looks pretty, but yeah, there it is. This is the, oh, what is it? No introduction. Have I got 2 pages? Yes, I do. This is called the Cabana Cardie. So it's kind of a cardigan, like a shrug kind of cardigan. Very pretty though, the design. Look. It's quite nice. If you haven't noticed or spotted, I'm in the yarn van while I'm doing this one, because Gary's in the kitchen cooking up a storm. So there we go. That's what it looks like. Yeah, these things were all the rage back in the 80s. Having a bit of trouble today with my words, don't know if you've noticed, but yeah, they were all the rage in the 80s and suited some more than others, I would say. Polite way of putting that. So this one is called the Carillion shawl. Carillion. It's a multicoloured mesh summer wrap, but it's not. It's a shawl because it's got a point, unless they're just showing it wrong. No, it's definitely pointy. So therefore, not a wrap. Wraps tend to be rectangular. That's my opinion anyway, but, you know, I have been kind of, people say what they want. This is a Hexie Puff coaster, not a pot stand. Coaster. Made out of puff stitches in a hexagon vibe, with a little thing for hanging them up, which might be a way of storing them. That's pretty cool. This one is called the Daphne Afghan Ombre Granny Stripe Blanket. Made in a kind of a cross. It's kind of different, isn't it? Sort of different, that one. And there's that little flourish, which eludes me. Never mind. When I do my photography for my tutorials, I wish I had that artistic flourish, but I don't. This is a nice cardigan. It's quite not wholly. French press cardie. You know, they've got font going on here, guys. That's why it's taken me a while to look at this stuff, because there's a bit of a font going on. Cropped open front bolero. There we go. It's nice though. Sleeves are the right length for me. And, you know, it could be doing with doing a tad longer, but, you know, you could wear it with anything. That's nice, isn't it? I quite like that. Yep, that's the best thing I've seen so far, I have to say. But it's summer, so might be a bit, those chilly evenings sitting out on the decking might be a good idea. And here we got Party Punch Shawl. So they called this one a shawl. Does it look as if it's wonky though? Like it's got like that, possibly. Maybe you put it through somehow. Got like a way of connecting it. Tunisian crochet one skein shawl, that is. There you go, that's what it kind of looks like there. But as you can see, it's got a longer edge one side. So if you fancy a bit of a Tunisian, get cracking on that. Oh, what does that say? I don't like this font. Frankie bucket hat? Is it Frankie? Does that say Frankie the bucket hat to you? Yep, Frankie bucket hat. Floppy wide brim summer hat. There we go. I'm still working on my bucket hat, that reminds me. Summertime tee. It's not a t-shirt, it's made out of yarn. T-shirt is not made out of yarn in my opinion, but it's got a bit racked up at the front here. I think if I was photographing this, I'd have said, put it down please. Can you just pull it down? Because it's confusing. But there we go. That's all the abbreviations and special abbreviations and stuff that you need. So what do you think? It is a bumper pack. You've got the magazine with its bits and bobs in and some Wallace and Gromit and everything else. You've got this vintage Sweethearts blanket with your 14 squares to make, which you can do anything with once you've got it underway. You don't have to make that. Oh, and then there's this 8 stylish patterns exclusive to Crochet Now. So there's quite a lot in this, mostly all patterns, which isn't a bad thing really, I suppose. So tell me, what do you think? Are you impressed with this one? Is there anything you particularly like? Anything that you don't like much? Let me know. And thank you for watching. And I want to say, if you're still there, a big thank you to everyone who's been looking after me during my time of zero internet. By that I mean who's been running my playlists and you know, checking up on me and just making sure I'm still alive, which I am, of course. So yeah, and I've not been able to upload as easily as normal. So just to let you know as well, if you are waiting for that left-handed tutorial, it will be forthcoming as soon as I can do it. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.